there. I'm with KHOU. Just wondering, what is it like seeing this right now?
Shit, you tell me.
This wind has to wrap around on land, catches a little bit of friction, slows down just a bit.
You are from Lake Charles out here watching this storm. Why?
It's just a thrill to have the first major U.S. landfall in 12 years, to be able to witness it. It's just exciting.
Could be problematic with such difficulty with visibility and all the rest. Here's
you guys some Galveston beer.
Well, thank you. That will be nice for after we are done covering this. But there you go. So just friendly people here.
So really not even a clear plan at this point, except for to get folks to dry land.
Are you coming or are you staying?
We're staying for now.
All right.
We may reevaluate that plan, though.
Here's the thing. I'm going to have to turn like this. We're going to be talking a lot about Harvey's fury well into the evening hours and into tomorrow morning, where we could be seeing wind gusts as high as, sustained winds, 200 kilometers an hour and beyond that. I can't even believe this is just the start of this.
A lot of drivers making the right call, not venturing in. I wanted to see if we could talk to some of these drivers really quickly. Hey there, I'm with KHOU. Oh, nope. Doesn't want to talk to us right now. But you can see just how high the water is.
The action here, and get out to Jim Cantori, who is in Corpus Christi. And Jim, boy, you're having troubles there trying to just stand up straight. Looks like Jim's trying to get to a better area there, but you can clearly see the picture there. Jim trying to run maybe to a better location.
How are you, man? How you doing?
I'm good. Like I said, I mean, I didn't care to be on TV, but I just want to tell all y'all reporters and the people that are here, when you're here, act like this is y'all's home.
Sure.
You know, have the respect to report like as if this is y'all's. This place is gone. Just all I have to say is y'all guys treat this like this is y'all's place.
Because we respect this community greatly.
I've seen the reporting and of some of these places, some of these guys have the respect to treat this, act like this is your place.
If you are in the process of being rescued, please pay attention and stay focused. This is a lot happening. It's a lot of stress. Even if you're feeling under control, the person next to you might not. And that was really an example of what we're seeing here. Look at them sharing water just out of the cap of that bottle. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I'm not sure that was water.
Well, whatever they need to feel better, guys. Let's just let that one. Let them have a little.
We'll continue to monitor this and
have what they need.
If they should, we'll monitor Bill's video and if they should.
There's the water. See,
all right,
I told
excellent.
You they had water.
Thank goodness for that.
And reminder, you know, talk about grab what you need. Grab what you need, okay?
John, still pretty steady and strong gusts of wind here in Corpus Christi. Major structural damage. The big question is, what are we going to see in the morning? About 30 miles to the north of here. Close. That's where the strong side of the storm hit. The strong side of that wall hit places like Rockport. We are hearing now we're likely to start to see the start of water rescues and search and rescues. A lot of people did not heed the mandatory evacuation orders, John.
It looks like the lights are still on there where you are in Corpus Christi. Is that right?
That's right. The lights are on. Electric power, internet still working.
Oh, we have someone trying to venture out into the water. We showed you this when we were on Greens Road. Do not do this. Do not try it. You do not know what's in the water. It's just not a safe decision. And now you have, as you see, a vehicle coming the other direction, and this person is blocking what is the shallowest part of the water. Now returning to her car, probably a very, very safe decision. We have seen a lot of folks get to this point and turn around. As we were driving down here, we saw a lot of drivers headed the wrong way. We knew that was an indication things were bad there. You see, she had to jump up on the median there to avoid oncoming traffic. Now this fella is driving the wrong way. Oh, he's crawling over to the other side here. Hold on. He's asking, sir, they're putting I cannot imagine how terrifying it would be to be stuck right there, right now. Put yourself in that place. Your car is filling with water. Help is on the way. He is incredibly lucky. There's help on the way. But that's only because I flagged down the incident response team or the Harris County Sheriff's Office. They weren't headed here. They didn't know he was down here.
Dealing with the Maryland area.
Just 1 second. My anchor back in New York has a quick question.
Yeah,
what was that, Arthur?
You know, there wasn't an evacuation order, but you know, you got bayous. These are, you know, the low-lying concrete areas in neighborhoods. Could you ask, perhaps, why didn't the city maybe evacuate 20, 30 blocks along the bayous versus someplace else? I mean, we haven't had any indication of that. That's like the, you know, the lower Ninth Ward, for example. If officials know you have a low-lying area, should there be an emergency plan to evacuate the low-lying areas?
You know, Griff, let me jump in. Griff, I'm going to jump in for you. Let's let these lovely people go. They don't have that answer. I'm sure those are questions that they're going to want to have answers to as well. Let's this lady get to safety. You and I and Eric will continue talking for a little bit more.
I'm going to sit down here with Jake, who's got his dog Bubba. Jake, who is homeless. Jake, you've found yourself some shelter here. Why are you outside during this entire hurricane?
Well, I chose not to go inside yesterday because the Salvation Army and Russian Wind's homeless shelter, where they were accepting people, were caught killing everybody that was in there.
I'm sorry. Right. Okay. All right. So clearly you're homeless, and there are some challenges that you face, sir. I'm just curious, what has it been like out here for you?
It's been a little miserable since about 12 o'clock last night. It wasn't too bad before then. About 12 o'clock, lightning, the power went out in the neighborhood over here. And I'm actually a police officer. I'm actually...
Okay, sir.
I'm going to have to pick that up. I don't know how strong the winds have to be to cut a palm tree in half, but that's what happened at the top of this tree. But next to it, we've got Old Glory. I can't let Old Glory just sit here like that. The school, yeah, it's battered. So is the flag, but we've got to fold this up. Make sure this isn't a casualty to Hurricane Harvey. Okay, grab this. Not the perfect fold, but definitely a rescue from Hurricane Harvey here in Rockport.
People there, and I see you're standing with some folks there right now, including a little girl who I guess has to deal with all of this as well. What can you tell us?
Let me introduce you to Danielle here. Danielle, you just arrived. Share with us how you were rescued.
Some guys had called our phone and asked us where we were. We was waiting for the police for like 36 hours and they never came. And we was waiting at the home. We did the white flags and everything and nobody came. But then somebody had called the phone after we decided to leave the house, and we had walked to the gas station with the kids, and then they had called and came and picked us up. But we had been there like 5 days with no food and no lights, and nobody came. Like, nobody came.
Now, you're with your children. We've heard of stories of mothers trying to save their children from the rushing waters. Can you tell us how that was?
Through 4 feet of water to go get them food on the first day. Yeah, that's a lot of But y'all sitting here, y'all trying to interview people during their worst times. Like, that's not the smartest thing to do. Like, people are really breaking down, and y'all sitting here with cameras and microphones trying to ask us what the is wrong with us.
I'm so
and
sorry,
you really trying to understand with the microphone still in my face, with me shivering cold, with my kids wet, and you still putting the microphone in my face.
Sorry. Rosa Flores, it sounds like you've got a very upset family there. We're going to take a break from that, and we'll get back to you later on. Rosa Flores in Houston for us. Thank you.
Yeah, well, Bill and Dominique, you can see it for yourself. We're being hit by a pretty significant band from Harvey as it is making landfall here about 50 miles, as you mentioned, south of where we are. We're here in Port Lavaca. There is Lavaca Bay just in front of me here, and that storm surge from Harvey is pushing water from the bay this way. One thing I want to mention, after our 10 o'clock live shot, many of our viewers reached out to us on social media making sure that we're safe. We're actually standing right in front of our hotel, so we are fine. As Robert mentioned, that rain is coming through and it is stinging as the wind is blowing it sideways right now. Behind me, bear with me for a second, is Highway 35. The bay actually wraps its way around 35 here and around Port Lavaca. All of that water is being pushed ashore from multiple angles here. And as Harvey continues to wash ashore with these bands of rain, the highway will be considered impassable. Right now, you can still get across it. We have not seen any people risk it within the past hour, but earlier, that was the case. Mandatory evacuation order in place. Many people are not here, but there are some people who decided to stay and rough it out. The local police department telling me, though, that officers are not going outside right now because of what you see right now. It is just not safe.